Alright guys, we're back. Another Dokkan battle video, another global W. Wrapping them up, or racking them up a lot. So this is confirmation. I figured this would probably happen, but I mean, we never know for sure until it's announced, or I guess directly stated not to be. But the Universal Survival Saga Supreme Magnificent Battle is coming to global with TEQ GOKU. This does make sense because TEQ GOKU, which is right here, this guy is the direct, like, okay, I've said this many times, right? They will drop, it's always like these big, like, Dokkan Fest LR celebrations. They'll drop really tough content, and I don't know if it's they design the character first, and then they build tough fights for the character to dominate, or if they build the tough fights and then design the Dokkan Fest LR around dominating. I assume they build the character first and then make stages that, you know, the character's strengths can be used to their best. We saw with LR Orange Piccolo and Ultimate Gohan in the Cell Max fight. I know Cell Max does cut down Orange Piccolo's giant transformation time, but like they were still very good for that Cell Max fight. We saw this with like LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta against Red Zone Omega, the LR Gods against Broly to an extent, but Broly cancels dodge, and dodging was their big mechanic. But I mean, they were still obviously really, like, you know, second best unit in the game for that fight or something. Or actually, probably just one. They probably were just one with how much damage they would do, but blah, 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 blah. You know, so we've seen this a lot. So this event, again, is designed around UI Goku. There's 6 stages. All are pretty tough. This is where characters such as Gamma 1 and Orange Piccolo I've found can really begin to struggle early on. I mean, if we just take a look at, this is a good fight right here, 17 and 18, because this one has 2 enemies in phase 2. But like, you know, you're opening up, we're at 600k normals right there, and then super attack damage. I mean, they're at like 1.9 million. I mean, let me just quickly flash this up on screen. Let's see what the situation was. It might be hard to show it like directly, but I did a team versus team video here. Let me just mute that before I blow my own eardrums off. So the Gamma's team on the right, I remember this initial run, we do die here. The Gammas get one shot by Krillin and 18 in slot 3, I believe. You know, it happens. Really bad opening rotation with no orbs when they need orbs. You know, it is what it is. They eventually take 1 million. They die. Not a big deal. It's not the point we're here. Okay, so on this rotation, yeah, Gamma 1 gets absolutely just railed right here. I actually was a little surprised. Like, I mean, we don't have his Gamma links up right here, so say we had LR Gamma next to him, he could do a little bit better. But like, this is just the type of damage that these bosses are dealing if you're in just kind of like a typical or average type of situation, right? So, okay. Just pointing that out. All right, now let's see what we've got here in terms of like, you know, again, not the craziest, get up to like 2.3, 2.4. There's 2 stages of these 6 that are like, well, in my opinion, the 2 hardest fights in the game. And I think the 3rd hardest fight in the game would be Cell Max, which Global is getting, it's tomorrow. Global gets Cell Max and Red Zone Movie Boss Rush tomorrow, I believe, right? Damn, dude, Global is so jam-packed with shit. Because tomorrow is probably when TEQ GOKU is coming out as well, the 5th. So, I mean, we'll see. Okay, so here's the 2 really tough fights. And by the way, these are the 2 fights that have specific missions as well. We have this fight. This is crazy because this boss right here, they're basically Cell Max, except they can't be debuffed. So they're crazy, shooting out basically 2.4 million supers, or like 2.35 million supers, and they could do 2 per turn. They're attacking 12 times with monster damage. This is where, you know, this is one of those noob stomper fights, as I call it. I mean, you could certainly get away with some weaker characters, right? You know, under protections of other better characters and shit like that. Could always happen. But, I mean, this is a character that pressures the entire rotation, this boss. So this is very difficult. And then you get into phase 2, and Vegeta's way over 3 million, and he cancels dodge. So it gets very tough. However, Tech God Goku is back, because this is a pure Saiyan fight. So Tech God Goku could be very good in here, right? But this is a really difficult fight, because you're basically fighting Cell Max in phase 1, and then you go into a boss that's hitting over 3 million with 900k normals, and he's canceling dodge. very tough. Again, the intention here is that you roll in here with TEQ Goku and his domain, which cancels their dodge canceling abilities, right? That's the point. Then you got this. This fight is really crazy. I mean, the more I do it, the more I'm telling you right now, Tim, this is the scariest phase in the game, is this. I just am putting out footage, like hours of footage, where you get to this phase, and it just, so often, it's like, all right, if they super, we lose. Like, basically, anywhere in rotation, if they super, we lose. This is just such a ridiculous boss. So everyone is going to focus on Goku and Frieza. And, I mean, I literally did just tweet out a clip, just like a little, kind of like sneak peek, like, oh, look how crazy it is. Here, this is from my Evolution Blue Vegeta video I did earlier. But if we, dude, the volume's going to blow my ears out. Okay. If we take a look right here, this is what? 27.8 million attacks that they do. And they do 0 damage. That equates to 0 damage. So, Goku and Frieza have that very nasty ability. So, Supreme Magnificent Battle Beast Gohan, he lowers damage to 0 if it's under 3 million. Goku and Frieza's is 10 million. Now, it is very scary. Once you connect with them, they are very squishy, though. I know they have 100 million HP, but, I mean, their damage reduction, that's not that high compared to some other behemoths. Like, what does Vegeta have? He's at 66% as well, but there are some that have higher damage reduction than that. But you could kill them very fast, Goku and Frieza. And you're going to need huge damage characters that do that. Now, this is what their damage looks like when you open the fight out, like the phase out with them. Once they're under 50% HP, they get a true 100% attack up. That buffs this to a 5.7 million super attack. 5.7 is what they do. So they become able to kill Beast Gohan. And we've seen, I've done a lot of footage now. We've seen Beast Gohan get killed by this boss. Like, they could do a lot. Because of their existence, I decided to switch from a full offensive attack equip plus additional build to Beast Gohan to still additional, but now having all of the defensive equips, so the raw defense equips from his event. This is a very challenging fight. This is the hardest fight in the game, definitely. Because this opening phase is pointless. It does nothing. They're very weak. They die quick. Not really much to write home about. This guy is just like Supreme Magnificent Battle Trunks, right? Where this guy locks. You're fighting this guy on turn 2, and he's locking you. So, characters that start out in slot 4 and slot 7, if they're weaker, can be locked in slot 1 and insta-killed with no counterplay. Right, 17 is very tough. By the way, 17 and Golden Frieza both have this as well. Every single turn, they get more and more damage. This guy also does Seal, which if he supers you in slot 1, so he'll keep you from doing some damage. Then you get to this monstrosity right here. They have dodge canceling, and they also have this ability. And, I mean, they're basically hovering right around 3 million. So, this is just the most challenging phase in the game to me that there is. This shit is so crazy. They're very tough to deal with. And then obviously then you have the damage restriction there. So in terms of missions, just beat all the stages. Then stage 4, beat it with the Universal Survival Saga team. That's this fight right here. And then you also want to beat it with legendary existence characters. That certainly can be challenging, but Tech God Goku is one of them. I believe in my run I did actually use Hit in this. Who should be coming as well. This guy right here. This is a very good free-to-play character. He actually has TEQ Goku's mechanic, which is that he counters after he dodges, which could be very good. Now, of course, I mean, you're going to point out that it's a dodge-canceling fight. Yes, but, I mean, you guys get the point. You guys get the point. So there's that. And then Stage 6 also has some missions. Universe 11. Okay. And then Accelerated Battle. Accelerated Battle should be easy for players. Universe 11 is tough, but a lot of Japanese players were doing it with, like, STR Jiren lead and Tech Jiren friend. Like, you could get it done, right? Like, you could bring your friend UI Goku and then, your Universe 11 characters. You can get it done. I mean, you're going to need to use items and the support memory and shit like that, but it's something that can be done. So there's that. By the way, we are still expecting Toppo on the 12th. So, I mean, Toppo's going to show up. I guess they're going to say, hey, look how scary the fight is. Do you want to pull Toppo? And then remember, here we have the announcement for the Dokkan event right here. And then we've got, you know, TEQ Goku, and then we also got Dispo as well. Unfortunately, Dispo is not very good for the Goku and Frieza fight, even though there's the Universe 11 mission. Just the way it's set up, I mean, again, there's a dodge canceling phase. Dispo needs to build up a lot for him to be able to damage Goku and Frieza. Like, I mean, I'll just tell y'all, 55% Dispo is not doing shit in that fight, right? Like, it's not happening. So, I don't... Like, they gave us 2 characters for Universe 11. There's 3 Universe 11 characters in the celebration, right? You have EGL Jiren, TEQ Jiren, and Dispo. And Dispo's right here. TEQ Jiren and Dispo, I don't think, like, their design does not work well for Goku and Frieza. EGL Jiren destroys the fight. He's, you know, designed to destroy the fight. But TEQ Jiren and Dispo, they could struggle mightily in there. And then, of course, we have these free-to-play characters as well. There's also the Android 17 burst mode. It is, you know, cool to see, because it's like, dude, I just recorded this. This was not that long ago, right? I guess it was. It's 8 days ago? Yeah, 8 days ago. So let me just quickly take a look at this. So I just want to go right here. I think it's Universal Survival Saga, and I can't remember what the other one is. Oh, there it is. Otherworld Warriors and Universal Survival Saga. Wham, bam, thank you, man. This one is super easy, by the way, because the points, they raise the points up a lot over here. So you get, like, this is, to get your 6,000 to get all the missions done is a joke. It is so easy to do because you get so many points just from the categories and then the typings. Go look at other burst modes, right? They don't give you that many points, other burst modes. Let's go events. Burst one is the top one. Let's just look at this. Let's just pull up, like, Cell. Global just had the Jiren one, and then let's look at, not that one. That's not a Dokkan event one. Let's look at the Turles one right here. Okay. So here's this one, right? Look at this. 1,500, 1,500, like all these huge points right there. And then look at the others. You guys see? Way less points. So now, well, this one with Great A Power was high, but this 17 burst mode, it's so easy to get the 6,000 because of just how high these points are right here. So you could do a very weak 17 and easily be above the 6,000 points you need to be at. So there we go. That is the stuff coming to Global. Again, Global is just, it's going to be an avalanche over the next couple of months. Well, I guess the next 2 months, right? But then October is, you know, probably going to be Daima stuff. And then it's, you know, the sync is going to happen. So here we go. This is the beginning of the new, you know, Global experience. Let me know what you guys think. I'll catch you guys next time. He's coming. He's coming soon.